Hey everyone out there, my name is Dee, and look, I want to talk to you today about this website called bosscapital.com. They're a binary options trading site. Again, that's Boss Capital, BOSSCAPITAL.com, bosscapital.com. Anyways, Boss Capital is sort of set up for the more experienced binary options traders. There isn't really a lot of welcoming signs on that site for newbies or people who are just getting into binary options, so I'm going to direct this review more to people that I'm going to guess or assume might have some knowledge more than the average person when it comes to binary options tradings. And if you don't know anything about binary options tradings, I would strongly discourage you to use this site because they're not very user-friendly unless you actually know what you're doing. It's really set up for the person who's been trading binary options for a while, knows what they want, and can get moving. But first of all, what is bosscapital.com other than a binary options trading site? Well, let's look at the facts about this site. It was founded in 2014, so it is a fairly new site. It is dedicated to providing its traders with a good trading experience. I can't really argue that. I have used it, and I did feel that overall they were very supportive. I had an account manager that helped me through them. They're everything you need to trade and trade fast and trade without, having to really think about it. It's all there. What I didn't like so much about the site was, number one, they had some pop-ups that, every other page, I swear you get a pop-up. I don't like having to deal with that every time I go to the site, and I think that that's kind of a mistake on their part to put that on the pages like they do. Also, the site itself was somewhat confusing to get used to at first. Wasn't intuitive like I thought it would be, and that was sort of a problem considering the high level of technology that they're engaging in as far as their service and things like that go. It was kind of a distraction at first. Like, I started using them a while, so I don't have a problem with that. But I can see the barrier to really use them initially could be high enough you might go to another site. So Boss Capital hopefully will figure that out. Like I said, they're a new site, so I can't, fault them too much for that. They're just getting into this game in terms of, being online and stuff. It was established, though, for, experienced binary options traders. I think they even say that in their About Us section on the site. And you do have a lot of binary option tools. You can do the high lows, the call puts, all that is there, of course. They do have an 85% payout, which is probably one of the highest payouts I've ever seen in the binary options market. In fact, that's kind of why I checked them out in the first place. I was looking for high payout sites, and they certainly have the corner of the market when it comes to that. Also, too, that they do have a lot of experienced professionals working with them. As I said, I had a manager I was working with, really knew his stuff. He knew a lot about Forex trading and derivatives, which helped me make better trades that I didn't really see I could make unless I would have talked to this person in depth. And it was very nice. He definitely helped me out. Also, too, their payment processing is very easy. It goes according with all the international laws, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. They even, have something called the Trading Academy, which I didn't really pay attention to at first because I was just more interested in the usage of the site. But, when you're on the site for a while and you're constantly checking it and stuff, you might want to look at other things on the site. I checked it out, and the Trading Academy, they have something called an Advanced Ebook Binary Options, which, shows all kinds of different ways of looking at binary options trading for the experienced binary option trader that would you not really think about, but actually I found a few really valid good things in that ebook that really helped me, actually. So I thought that was kind of cool too. Also, they have a lot of educational resources and stuff, things like that. But once again, and I have to stress this, if you are a newbie, this is not the place for you. I felt it was very, very much written in language that only if you had been trading options for a while you would get. You'd really have to stop and think about a lot of stuff in order to get the full, effect of what they're trying to do, which is basically help you trade better, help you trade smarter, which is very important when it comes to binary options trading because you can lose a lot of money real fast. Binary options is such a high-risk endeavor. Anyone who trades it will tell you that. But at the same time, the payouts are so lucrative that it's almost, I don't want to say it's like going to Vegas and gambling, but it's more like, you know, you can base your trades on a lot of highly intelligent points about whatever it is you're trading and, you know, make an educated guess well enough that you're going to make money. And I like that. I like that a lot. Whereas, you know, Vegas is really about playing the odds. You know, this isn't so much about odds, in my opinion, as it is about knowing the stocks you're trading and dealing with and guessing if they're going to go up or go down and then making your money based on those guesses. I like that. Anyways, you know, there is a lot of security as well on their site. I found that to be true for all binary option sites I've you know, messed around or worked on, is that, you know, security is obviously very important. If it wasn't secure, these sites would probably go down pretty fast. Again, the site is new, so I guess it hasn't really been proven, but at the same time, binary options as a whole, I feel, is kind of something of a newer wave of thinking as far as trading goes. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I'm not really sure the history of it, but I do know that I only recently discovered in the past year or so, and yeah, I love it. But at the same time, you know, security can be an issue. You know, if a hacker gets into a site like this and gets your information, man, you're screwed. But I haven't seen that. Not worried about it, not with Boss Capital. They certainly seem to have their, you know, staff fully ready to go and deal with any situation. They're there 24/7. So overall, I would say that Boss Capital is definitely worth your time to check out. Please do. I would encourage you. But again, you know, see for yourself what I'm talking about. But overall, the site was pretty awesome for you if you're experienced. If you're not experienced, not cool at all, in the sense that they don't really offer that much to help you. But then again, that wasn't their design, so you can't fault them for that. And I will say this, binary options being as high risk as it is, I found that the professionals that I've talked to from that site are definitely aware of that, and they do seem to genuinely have your best interest in mind, and I like that too, because sometimes you deal with customer service reps, they don't care. I mean, you can tell they don't care, they're just pretending. So overall, check them out, really worth the time. bosscapital.com. Have fun with them. I know I have, and enjoy your trading with binary options. And good luck to all of you out there. I wish you well. Take care.